Traversing to the Valkyrie world, you've been granted the right to choose a human hero once more. With divine weapons and 13 battles between gods and humans, the fate of humanity will be decided whether it survives or perishes. This time, you will sweep through the gods with a team of Chinese heroes. Valkyrie Brunhild furrowed her brow. The list you gave, aside from Emperor Qin Shi Huang, was completely unknown to her. Your first battle pits Bai Qi, the god of killing, against Thor, the strongest Norse god, the thunder god. As Heimdall blew the horn to signal the start of the battle, a man and a god walked toward each other. Bai Qi's body turned to stone, his killing intent swirling and floating around him. Those who had heard of him either shouted in excitement or froze in fear. Thor's surroundings crackled with arcs of lightning, and the sheer killing intent made him frown. As they closed the distance, only 3 steps remained. Then, they suddenly accelerated, each taking their final step. Thor's massive hammer surged down from above, while Bai Qi's slender, unremarkable blade seemed as if it would shatter at the slightest touch. An explosion rang out, and dust filled the air, obscuring the view. Yet the gods' voices rang out with sharp mockery. Ha ha ha, is this your strength? You dare challenge a god? You're seeking death. A single strike from Thor will crush you to pieces. Suddenly, another explosion echoed from the dust. A figure flew out, crashing into the arena wall. The gods stared, their eyes widening in shock. The figure was none other than Thor, whom they called the mightiest of gods. Bai Qi grinned savagely, stepping closer to Thor with each stride. With every step, he swung his blade, 3-foot clear wind, striking Thor's hammer with brutal force. The overwhelming power, combined with his relentless killing intent, forced Thor to retreat with every blow. How is this possible? Have we made a mistake? Loki, watching from the stands, could no longer stay calm. He gnawed at his fingers in disbelief. This was Thor. How could a mere human force him back like this? Something had to be wrong. He wasn't alone. None of the gods could believe what they were seeing. Soon, Bai Qi, with his relentless offensive, closed in on Thor. Killing intent erupted, and 3-foot clear wind gleamed with deadly sharpness. Another massive explosion rang out, but this time, the gods witnessed something horrifying. Thor's arm fell to the ground. In a desperate attempt to block the blow, Thor sacrificed his left arm to defend himself, but that gave him only one opportunity for a counterstrike. With a roar, Thor swung his massive hammer sideways, and at the same time, the heavens cracked with thunder, lightning flashing toward Bai Qi. After a violent tremor, Thor panted heavily, watching the figure that still stood before him, unmoved. Brunhild's voice echoed in his mind. You truly found a worthy opponent for me. I've fought on the battlefield for decades, but this is the first time I've met someone so powerful. Despite Thor's fierce strike, Bai Qi's arm was shattered, and blood dripped from his mouth. He was clearly wounded, but his gaze remained resolute. For some reason, in the next moment, Thor dropped his hammer, and chose to face Bai Qi with his fists. Without surprise, the moment his fist made contact with the blade, Thor's black gauntlets exploded. In the next instant, dark clouds filled the sky, as if a seal had been broken. Thor's divine power surged wildly, and his hammer began to move as if alive. This would be Thor's most powerful form yet. Seeing this, Bai Qi's killing intent intensified. The entire arena reverberated with the sound of bloodlust. As his sword lunged forward, all the gathered killing intent focused on the tip of the blade. Though it seemed simple and unassuming, Thor knew, if it hit, it would be certain death. Thunder rumbled, lightning crackled through the sky. Thor's thunderous power rained down like a river of light, strong enough to shatter even gods. But Bai Qi withstood the full force, charging forward. In that moment, 3-foot clear wind erupted with unrelenting killing energy, piercing Thor's body. When Thor regained his senses, he mustered all his strength for one final strike. Swinging his awakened hammer, the fury in his final blow sent Bai Qi flying several meters. However, under the overwhelming killing energy, Thor's strike was now nothing more than a weakened blow, unable to deliver a fatal wound. It only shattered Bai Qi's bones, but Bai Qi's sword remained lodged at Thor's heart. As the killing energy spread into Thor's brain, his body disintegrated into lightning, returning to the heavens. Brunhild, watching from the stands, widened her eyes in disbelief. She had previously doubted your choice of heroes, but now, after Bai Qi's victory, she was convinced. As for your identity as the Kunlun envoy, that story began with a dream you had before crossing over. In the dream, you met the Queen Mother of the West, who revealed that the Western gods were too arrogant and sought to destroy humanity. She granted you the Kunlun divine decree and the Kunlun fist, tasking you with defeating the Western gods and putting them in their place. When you woke, you found yourself in the Valkyrie world. The Kunlun decree, radiating immense divine power, caused the Valkyrie, Brunhild, to kneel before you in awe. And just like that, you easily gained the right to choose your heroes. The Kunlun decree enhances every hero with strong willpower. The stronger their will, the greater their power. It also grants them powerful weapons. Moreover, after each battle, you gain some of the hero's physical attributes, battle experience, and talent. After your first victory, you felt a noticeable increase in your own strength. No wonder Bai Qi was called the god of killing. Having read the original story, you knew that the next god to appear would be Zeus, the ruler of the gods. After careful thought, you chose the tyrant King Ju, who once vowed to fight the gods, but with humanity in decline, his empire fell, and his dream crumbled. This time, however, you were determined to take revenge and make the gods pay.